So your Muslim mother suggested that you read the Bible. Hey, that just goes to show God will use a disbeliever to bring somebody to the kingdom if he wants to.
And from that moment on, I knew that being outside the kingdom is a dangerous place for me. So it was like Jesus was the only safe place for me.
That's amazing. Even the non-believers know where to turn. That kind of lets me know that they know the truth, right? But people, they'll subdue the truth for whatever reason.
Sometimes I feel like few Muslims in Nigeria, or most of the Muslims in Nigeria, and this is where I feel like the problem is concerning religion, even in Nigeria. I think they believe that Christians and Muslims serve the same God. I could almost feel that. Like, I could feel it. I knew that.
The funnest part be that I will be in club since maybe 12 p.m. on Friday till 5 a.m. on Sunday. And I will carry that same guitar and be going to church on Sunday. We are going to play in church on Sunday. And immediately after service, I will still pack my guitar, rub it where we are still going to club over the night, so that people will club till Monday morning. So I will now be going on. And before I know, some other set of cultists came in, and they were the one that rescued me from this. Like, cultist group A came to my house to beat me. Cultist group B told them to leave, that I'm part of them, because I spent like few months, like 2-3 months, moving around these people. And that was when I realized that we have a lot of people standing on our altars, and with all our own thinking and believing that no, this is a pastor, not knowing that this is a blood drinker.
So you basically broke into the church, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, just want to clarify.
That's what I did. Because the church was locked, and the church was even inside bush.
Come on in, then, folks. Come on in. Over to another episode of the Lion Judah podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Green.
And I'm your co-host, Benjamin Miller.
And today we are going to introduce you all to the rest of the team. I know you see me and Ben all the time. You know who we are, you know our faces. Those of you who know us personally, you know us. We want to introduce you all to the rest of the team. So all joining us all the way from Nigeria, please welcome our brothers David and Ezekiel. They are our brothers who have joined us and help us in putting this ministry together and getting out to the masses. David is in charge of our social media, managing that, and Ezekiel is our editor. And man, they've been a blessing to us, probably more so to you, because that take a load off of your shoulders. I don't know how to do none of this stuff anyway, so if I wasn't doing it, it was all on Ben to do. So they freed him up, and they have just been a blessing to us and helping us further our reach with this endeavor that God has placed in our hearts. So we're going to welcome them in today. Brothers, welcome. It's your first time on camera. Hey, man, greet the people today. Greet the people.
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting us to this podcast. I mean, it's really, I would say, a dream come true to be on TV. Like, this is a beautiful thing. My name is Ezekiel Oyelade. I'm from Nigeria, as you heard, and I'm a video editor. And I'll just leave it over to my partner to introduce himself.
Before we do, man, Ezekiel, I know how old you are. Everybody else do. Tell the folks how old you are, because right now they'll be looking at you like, oh, this dude, he's got to be like 12, 13, 14. Tell folks here in the States how old you are.
I'm 18. I'll be 19. I mean next month. So 18.75. So
And to be 18 again. Now the other half of our dynamic duo, David. Let's greet the folks, man.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here. My name is David Solomon. As you know, I'm from Nigeria, and I'm a digital marketer and a social media expert. And I'm 28 to 29 in September.
All right. So he's still under the 30-year-old mark, and I just now noticed. It just now dawned on me. Name's David and Solomon. That just now dawned on me.
Yeah, we got some biblical squad here between Emmanuel and Ezekiel and David Solomon and Benjamin and
Man, ain't nobody have no regular names. Ain't nobody got like Darnell or Johnny, nothing like that. We all mamas was in the Bible whenever they was naming us.
You all see, we don't have Marcus in Bible.
Well, my middle name is Emmanuel.
Oh, we don't.
So, and me and all my brothers, we all have biblical names.
Oh wow, that was good.
Man, so said you all are joining us from Nigeria, man. What time is it over there? I know we got y'all up late. What time is it over there?
Right now it is 12:41. 12:41 a.m.
It's 12:41 over there, and man, when I tell y'all that they will be on our meetings with us at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, man, we need to get these dudes off of these Zoom calls so they can get some sleep. It seems like as it gets later, they get more and more energized and want to talk. I'm like, y'all need to, don't y'all got school and work in the morning? They'll be up all night talking to us. So we thank God for their sacrifice and them just being willing to even join us in this endeavor. And we want to ask y'all, how did y'all even come across this? Because you all sought us out. Tell us how you all came across this and how we all came to be.
all right. So I think I would say a little of the story. Then I think David will back it up. So I mean, it was a night at church. We were actually at church the day I messaged you, Fred, where we went for a night vigil for a prayer. But like it's a, how do I call it now? It's a program. So it's by set. So they did a prayer, like it's a school of doctrine. That's the name of the program. So we do the classes on Mondays, on Wednesdays. Then on Friday night, we come for night vigil. So because I'm like, I'm a media personnel at church, I used to do the projection and I used to do the TV. So I made myself available. So that particular night, I planned, I was just, as a video editor, I was just like, let me just work a little bit. Then I just came across the podcast and I was like, wow, this podcast really, I just really loved what you did there. And I was like, oh, let me just, on the comment section, I was beside David and I was just telling him like, oh, see these people, I mean, they're doing a great work and it's really just amazing. And we saw the amount of value in the content, but the amount of, people that have not seen it yet. So we're like, we could really partner with them and just, make people see this more and get blessed. Then we just decided to, all right, watch a couple of, the episodes. Then we decided to like send a DM. Okay, I think we commented on a post first, then you responded and we sent a DM. Then from there, yeah, man. Oh yeah.
What was the first video you saw from our podcast?
I think it was that with Pastor Daniel, if I'm correct.
It was one of the shorts.
I really cannot recall, but I think it's Pastor Daniel or David. Am I right?
Yeah. That was Pastor Daniel. Yeah, I think I have his name here. I think it was Pastor Daniel. It was Pastor Daniel. I'm coming. Let me just confirm the name because I have his name here.
Yeah, Pastor Daniel Simmons.
I think it was. I think it was one of the shorts that we did.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And that was a blessing because we were praying for help on the editing side, and then Ezekiel reached out. At first, I was like, "This message seems kind of odd."
So we started rapping, and that's how it happened. That episode was a blessing in more ways than just a regular conversation. Like I said, it was a divine appointment to bring you all, get you all's attention, and allow you all to join us in this. Like I said, join us in this endeavor, and man, it has truly been a blessing to us, and you all have been teaching us so much about managing our social media and how to engage with this, with the internet and algorithms and all the stuff that is way beyond my intellect, and how you all have put out a fantastic product. And man, you two have just really been a blessing to us, and just interacting with you all has been a barrel of laughs. Just before we started, we were trying to get some technical issues squared away, and David turned his phone, and then he cocked his head, I guess, trying to match that. And it just made me a bit laugh so much, but interacting and speaking with y'all has really been a joy, and it's really been a blessing in these last few months. So man, we just have more than just a lot of accolades to put upon you guys. So I know initially, whenever you reached out to us, now I can speak to myself, Ben, you could probably attest to it. There's a little bit of apprehension, and like, okay, we're getting a message from somebody in Nigeria, man. I don't know about y'all, but we've had those emails where a Nigerian prince is going to give you some money. If you give him $100, they'll break you off some of this 100 million or something. So initially we were thinking, hey man, is this legit? I don't know, but man, you all stood on business, and first we thought, okay, are they really Christians? Are they who they say they are? And after conversations with you all, man, y'all on fire. Y'all not just joining this ministry to do, the social media and the editing. Man, y'all really in y'all's word and having conversation, especially we all being, as young as you are, and you all just throwing out scriptures. And one of our first conversations with you, I was blown back. I'm like, this young kid bringing all these scriptures and knowing what he's talking about, but you all are really about God's business. And Ezekiel, you touched on it about how you do all this for your ministry, and David, I know you do some stuff as well. Tell us about your walk with Christ and y'all's relationship. How did were you raised in the faith? Did you come to it later on in life? Tell us about your journey with Christ.
Okay, so I came from my mother, our family side, they were Muslims. Then my father, they were Christians. But I didn't stay much with my dad. I stayed there around when I was very little, maybe around 2, 3, 4. Then I used to go to church, but honestly, I just used to play at church. I didn't have any, So, growing up, I stayed around my mom's side so much. So I really didn't have a religion. I could go to church on Sunday, then on Wednesday, I would go to a mosque. Then I would, just live recklessly. In fact, around when I was in, I think, SS3, I was made an ESCO in the church. And that time, I didn't even know God. I don't think I was saved. I was made an executive in the church. I think that's the right word, in a teenager's church. And I used to, act all moral at some point, but some other point in secondary school, I was just not, So growing up into the university, I think I'll share this story before, how I used to be into music. I mean, the secular song, a pop artist, a rapper. I used to do quite a lot of that. Then, my first year in university, I dropped, I think, about 3 songs or 2 songs. Then I was really getting, popular, and people started to know me a little by little. Then my friends too. I became quite popular amidst my friends. So I began to go deeper in worldly stuff, females, I think alcohol. I'm not young, but I'm not old, but I think I had a little experience around that. But I felt like God knew there was a level of worldliness that I must not reach, or I would be lost. I mean, it almost felt like there was a line that I must not cross, even while I was even worldly. So I was at the verge of crossing this line. Then things just happened fast. So what really happened was, I had a roommate at that time. So I decided to stay with one of my friends. Right. So I left my hostel and went to stay over with my friends. Then I left all my stuffs at my hostel. Then when I go back to my hostel, about 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, I found out that my foodstuffs and some of my materials went missing. I was like, about 3 kongos of rice, and and I knew it was God. At that time, I didn't know it was God, because it was just not reasonable for me to just leave some things at home. Then I'll come back. Then you're telling me some stories that, okay, this is you can't find it again. So I think that thing caused a little problem amidst me and the guy. Then my mom heard. Then she was like, I have to leave that hostel. So I left that particular location that hostel. Then I started staying with my friends. Then I continued my worldly life. But I knew what God just did. He just started step by step with me. So the first step was me to leave that particular place that I was. Then when I moved to my friend's house, yes, I continued my worldly life. That time, I think the friend I went to stay with he makes beats, like musical beats. So I'm an artist. He makes beats. So it was like a really good combo. And then I remember around my birthday, August 6th of August, then I celebrated it. Then few days or few weeks after my birthday, just suddenly got sick, and it was really weird, because I was like, what's this? Then I started a drug. I didn't finish the drug. Then I realized the sickness was not something small. So I had to travel back to my hometown, because I'm schooling in a state that is not where my mom lives. So I have to travel back home. Then the moment I got home, it was kind of weird, because I didn't even know what was going on. So my mom took me to the hospital. They gave me an injection. Then I started going back home. Then on the way, I just found out I could not breathe. I could not eat. I could not breathe. Then I was like, Mom, I cannot breathe well. And she was like, you're fine. I was like, I'm not fine. So it was really an emotional night. I was rushed from my home to the hospital around 11 p.m., close to midnight. Then I remember being inside. Okay. So I remember being inside a car. I'll be a tricycle. I think that's what we call it there. Then it was really emotional. My mom started crying. She was scared because I convulsed. So my body was stiff. I could not move. Then after a while, the doctor gave me some drugs or an injection. Then I just lied on the bed. It was like I was not spiritual. I was not yet in the kingdom, but it was like I could almost feel death. Like I could feel it. I knew that this is death. I didn't know how I knew, but I knew this is death. So at that point, and while I was in the world, I was someone that was quite emotional. So I was planning to message few of my friends that it's so nice knowing you. I'm leaving this world now. Thank you for being my friend. At some
Sending out
point,
goodbye letters at that time.
yeah,
Oh,
I was
man.
about to say. So I remember one particular moment where the doctor said I should walk, like I should take a walk. So I was walking out, then I was just like, it was like my last days on earth. That was how it felt like. So I was just, admiring everything and like, oh, I'm leaving too soon. I was crying. My mom was following me at the back and she was just looking at me. It was just all sad, very, very sad moment. Then, now to the bright part, I got discharged from the hospital miraculously. Then I got home. Then I met the first problem. I think the fear of death was one of the major problems, but I could not sleep. So my mom was a Muslim, but she was once like, because she married my dad so she was once a Christian and all those things, which is a long story. So my mom was a Muslim. She was praying the Muslim prayer. Then I told her I could not sleep and I was scared. Then she told me to read my Bible. Then that was the first day of my life that I sat down to read my Bible. So I think I read Psalms. It was obviously Psalms I read. Then I realized the moment I read my Bible, I felt peace and I could sleep. Then continuously like that for about days. Anytime I want to sleep, I'll just read my Bible and I'll sleep. Put my Bible as my pillow and I'll sleep. And I was like, wow, God is so good. And, that was really nice. All I was looking for was, good health. I didn't care about anything again. So after a while, the trauma got much. The fear got too much. Then I was like, it was only me and my mom that was at home. So my mind was like, okay, if I died at home, it would not have been, good, because it's only me and my mom. So my intention that time was like, okay, mom, I'm fine. Let me go to school. So my intention was like, maybe when I'm at school, then it was just, I don't even want to think about it, honestly. So I traveled down to school. Then I battled with the trauma for a while too. Then I'll just shorten it now. Then I messaged one of my brothers. He said he was going to a church. And me, I was like, I heard there's one Jesus that can heal. I used to go to church, so I knew that, okay, it can be true. Then I remember it was August 28th. It was August 28th. Then he said he wants to go to a church. It was a conference, the last day of a conference. So I followed him to the church. And the moment I entered the church, I sat down. Then after, listening, the fear of death just left. And I'm telling you, that was the first night I spoke in tongues. Like, it was just so sudden and it was just a miracle. Then the fear of death left, right? So I was like, oh, wow, that's good. I'm fine. Then my brother, he prayed for me, laid his hand on me, and everything was just all right. So after a while, everything was fine. Everything was very fine. I became very fine. Then I was not like, all right, good. I received my healing now, back to my lifestyle. So I went back to being a hip-hop artist again and doing normal things. Then the Lord now brought, and that's just a testament of his intentionality over my life. He now brought another wave of sickness. This one was now worse. This one I could not breathe. My heart, I had heart palpitations. I could not walk for too long. I would start breathing heavy. My skins were filled with rashes. My face was not smooth at all. Then I went to check ChatGPT. ChatGPT was telling me heart disease, skin cancer. I was like, God. So then that moment, I was just really scared. I just ran back to the church now. Hey, God. Then I started, going to church little by little. Then I messaged the pastor. He told me to see him. Then I met him. I sat down with him. Then he told me something that literally, broke my heart and changed me. He said, if you're a son of God and you are truly consecrated to God, none of these things will be happening. So he laid his hands on my chest. I remember that day. Then he prayed for me. Then it was like, when he was praying for me, I was in my mind, I was like, what's this man doing? Like, this is I don't even know, but I was not expecting much. I was not expecting to be healed, actually, because I was like, is already more than what I can bear. So it wasn't immediate, but the moment I left the church and I took bike, I felt like the weight just leave. Then from that moment on, I knew that being outside the kingdom is a dangerous place for me. So it was like Jesus was the only safe place for me. So that was how I began my journey. So that's just majority of how my journey started.
So your Muslim mother suggested that you read the Bible.
Yes.
Now, is she still a Muslim, or is she in the kingdom?
Yeah, she's still a Muslim. All right.
Hey, that just goes to show God will use a disbeliever to bring somebody to the kingdom if He wants to.
Man, that's a powerful testimony in itself, right there. I'm interested also in that whole sequence of events of how your Muslim mother said to turn to the Bible.
Yeah.
Was there a prayer to Allah first and that didn't work? So she's like, well, my son needs healed one way or the other. So if I gotta go this other direction, we'll plead the blood of Jesus, whatever it's gonna take.
Well, I think it was more like she was praying also, then she just said, me too, I should pray too, I should read my Bible too. So she was praying while I was also reading my Bible.
That's amazing. Even the non-believers know where to turn. That kind of lets me know that they know the truth, right? But people, they'll subdue the truth for whatever reason. But when even non-believers says turn to the God of the universe, the creator and sustainer of all, man, I wouldn't tell somebody to turn to something that I don't believe in myself. I'm not going to tell my kids to, hey, hope for Santa Claus to bring you some gifts if I don't believe Santa Claus exists. There has to be somewhere that maybe it's just a desperation of a parent. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. When it rubber meets the road and your child's health and life is potentially on the line, you know who to call on, is what it sounds like to me. It's interesting that even after that experience that your mother stayed in Islam.
You working on her?
Yeah, I know God will do something. I know.
Absolutely.
We're praying and believing that He does, and does it quickly.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like few Muslims in Nigeria, or most of the Muslims in Nigeria, and this is where I feel like the problem is concerning religion, even in Nigeria. I think they believe that Christians and Muslims serve the same God.
Yeah.
I think that is where the real problems. There are sometimes that my mom will pray for me and she'll be like, Inshallah, in Jesus' name. Like that would be what she writes in her prayer. Then I feel like there's just this I don't know. I know God will do something, but I feel like for majority of Muslims, especially the ones that are not, the little dawah guys of nowadays that threatens God logic and all those things. But the older Muslims and all, they kind of have this belief that Christians and Muslims are serving the same God. They just believe that whatever will work. That's why you can see Muslims that will go to church. They feel like it's the same God, so they just don't want that. You get? So I think that's where the issue is.
Do you think that confusion is due to lack of study and understanding the Bible and the Quran? Or is it taught that way in the mosque? Is it taught in some mosques that
Well, they consider themselves part of the Abrahamic faiths. So they believe that they're serving Yahweh too. But some of their core beliefs do not vibe with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, on into Christianity. But they consider themselves, yeah, we're right along with y'all. And honestly, for until maybe about a year or two ago, I thought the same thing. I thought they're like, oh, they just say Allah and it's the same God. When you actually look into it, completely different.
Right.
Yeah.
David the giant slayer, I call him. Man, my man David over here. Man, we're interested in hearing, man, how your walk came to be. Talk to the people, man.
Okay, so good evening, everyone, once again. So, what my own story is, let me say, I'm just like that of prodigal son. So, I came from a pastoral family, which means my dad is a pastor. So, but I just feel like I don't want to follow this way. Not that I'm not a Christian, but I just feel like the rules are too much, the laws are too much. If you stay around my parents, there is something. Me and my mom, we do fight a lot, and what we always fight on is because one of the reasons why we always fight is because she's too caring. And I always challenge her that you are too caring. Just leave me, let me touch the fire first. Later come and tell me that, oh, sorry, but you saying don't touch fire. No, just so throughout my second, and we stay in government quarters, like our area is, we live in GRA, so which means I don't really know what is going on outside there, from school to house, from house to church. Many things I don't know. If you ask me during my secondary school days, you ask me things going on in Nigeria, I don't know. The only thing I know is for me to eat food, go to school, go to church, and come back. So, but I just drew a plan for myself. I drew a plan back then, and I said, once I gain admission to school like this, I'm not going to come back. So, I've been waiting for that day to come, and fortunately, immediately I finished my secondary school, I gained admission into school to university, and I move on straight. So I was so happy back then that finally the freedom is here. Finally the freedom is here. And but one thing my father told me the day I was leaving home is that he said, the God I serve will be with you. Like, but there is a way that prayer hit me differently. I was like, you this man, don't worry, amen, let me just go, don't worry, amen. And getting to school, I just feel like, so I turned my church, going to church Sunday to Sunday, because I just feel like this is now time for me to go. But I could remember vividly that, it's like when Moses was handling everything to Joshua, it said something to Joshua. He said, this book of the law you must not leave this book of the law. Likewise, the way David told Solomon that, know the God of your father. And I can tell you that those are the words my father gave me. And I feel like, old man, you are saying your own. Will you give me money and let me just leave? And I left, and I started doing my stuff. Though I don't smoke, I don't drink, or everyone, I can tell you that throughout my listening, I never tasted alcohol before. I don't know how I escaped it. I don't know how it happens, because I can tell you that the Solomon talking to you right now, I've dealt with people selling drugs like I will sit with them. I will give them method we are going to use to sell it out. But I personally, I don't know how it even tastes. I will just sit with them. Even sometimes I will collect it from them to go and help them deliver. But I never for once say, give me, let me taste. I love staying around them. But anytime I stay around them, I will know that there is no peace. Like in my heart, there is no peace. And that's how I started living my life. And just feel like, Jesus, don't worry, you stay on your own. Once I make more money, I will come back to you. So I start, paying my tithe, buying cars for pastors. Through that, all of them will start praying for me. So God will forget all my sins and just forgive me. So, and before I left home, I'm a guitarist. I play lead guitar. So I met with some people. So, okay, before then, as I gained admission into school, I collected my school fee, my hostel fee. They bought me laptop, bought me many things back then. So I met with some people. I told them, oh, I've heard about Bitcoin. I want to learn about Bitcoin. So I packed my school fee, my hostel fee, everything. I want to go and learn. Give them the money. Boom. They ran away with my school fee. I was like, Jesus, how am I going to tell them at home? I feel like, no, I'm not going to call them. So, and I stand my ground. I started going to school, mingling with some people, like some top politician inside the school back then. Like, I started mingling with them, following them that, hey, bro, this is what is going on, this is what is going on. And I joined them. If they want to do any protesting in school, you will see me there. I know what I'm fighting for, but you will surely see me there, because we need to scatter all these things so that the whole system will favor me. So I started following them, all those stuff, and I did one thing I just realized was that others were doing exams. I was unable to do exam because it was during that time school brought the law that no school fee, no exam. So because of the protesting, everything, I was able to do only first semester. Second semester, I was unable to do exam. So one thing I did back then was that I will lock my hostel door at the front. I will lock the door outside. I will climb the ceiling and go back to my room. Talk to people in my hostel as if I'm going for exam. So once I see that people have started coming back, I will pass through the ceiling again, come outside, and greet everyone that, hey, I'm back, and entered my room. But that was the moment God, first of all, used to capture my heart, because I have nowhere to run to. I've tried everything I could. I was unable to. Nothing is working. And I remember vividly that day, I told God, I said, God, if you can remove me from this problem, I'm going to serve you. Please, just this one chance. Please, please. And that day, I told him that, let's start from here. Get me food. I'm hungry. So if you get me food and you settle the case, I'm going to follow. Lo and behold, I just take a walk that day and I greeted someone, and there is an old woman behind me. The woman packed, let's say someone just packed a plate of rice with chicken and the likes. She just gave it to me. And I said, woman, I'm not buying anything. I did not have money. I'm just greeting someone. The woman said, no, you greeted someone that is related to me. So, which means you are also my son. So I'm giving it to you. I was like, Jesus.
Wow.
Back to my hostel. If my friends are hearing this thing now, they will remember that they did not agree with me. They said it's a lie. It's either I stole the food or I kept money somewhere, that I'm lying to them that I did not have money. I said, no, I won't give me this food. So remember, I've promised God that if you give me food and you settle my problem, I will serve you. And don't forget that I've not been able to do exams. So I don't know. That word just came to my heart, and I said, I'm not going to school in Nigeria. I'm not going to school in Nigeria. And I started telling people, I will tell them, you see, don't worry, I will leave this school very soon. I'm not going to school in Nigeria. I'm going to India. I'm not going to school in Nigeria. You watch. And they all said, oh, okay, it's good. And lo and behold, I will just be saying my own prayer the way I will just be telling God, don't forget our discussion. Don't forget our conversation. So it just happens like miracle. And I just started processing some admissions online. I got an admission to, if I could remember, if I check my diary, there's a school in the United States of America. They gave me an admission, and another 2 schools in Africa gave me an admission. So now I have options to choose anyone that I want. I was like, the United States of America, I think $800 back then. So I was like, the money is too much in Naira. I'm not going to pay that. And also, if I'm hungry now, who am I going to run to in USA? To come back would be hard. USA is out of it. I cancel it. And finally, I picked Benin Republic, and I went to Benin Republic. So, and I told my dad, I said, no, I've gained admission to this school. He said, don't worry, my God, I did not have much money to give you, but my God will sponsor you. And that's the only word the man gave. And this man is someone that I don't know. He's currently now, I started praying for the kind of faith the man has, because who am I going to explain to that? Your son is, traveling out of Nigeria, and all the money you can give the boy is like someone moving out of USA and his father gave him $20. I said, don't worry, my God will sponsor you. I was like, I collected the money. I did not even respond. I just said, no problem. And lo and behold, someone sent me money. I flew out of Nigeria. So everything happens. And the school I'm even going to happens to be a private university outside Nigeria. And you gave me like $20 that my God will serve you. Still, I did not even think. Me getting there, I moved back to my old ways. Started mingling with some other people that, let's make this money. And I started moving around. So that's where I started playing in club. So started playing. So if any Nigerian artist is coming over to the country, we will be the one to play for them, to do like a backup instrumentalist. So that's what I do. And I've played for many artists. So we are going to play, they will give us money, and we will go. The funnest part be that I will be in club since maybe 12 p.m. on Friday till 5 a.m. on Sunday. I will carry that same guitar and be going to church on Sunday. We are going to play in church on Sunday, and immediately after service, I will still pack my guitar, rub it where we are still going to club over the night, so that people will club till Monday morning. So I will not be going on. Even sometimes we will still carry church keyboard, play over there, return it, and go back. I don't know that God just sit down, just sat somewhere and watching me that, don't worry, I'm setting a trap for you. And throughout all these things, like, if people want to do anything that is wicked or something, I will still be the one telling them, no, this thing is not good. No, this thing is not good. This thing is not good. But I will still be the one saying, forget about church, make money and let's go back. If you make money, I will be the one giving them idea. Like, this thing will be coming. And I will be telling them, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. And don't be wrong. So I even stopped, it get to some point, I stopped going to church. And I started trading Forex. Before I know, I started making some money, and boom, some people advised me, let's start calling people to come and invest. I said, no problem.
tell them, let's invest. Let them bring their money. I'm capable of giving them 50% of their capital every 8 days. And before you know, people started investing money, and people invested millions of naira, which is, if I'm not mistaken, around that time we've been able to realize going to $200,000 as liquidity. And I personally never made such amount of money before in my life, but people started investing with me, and we started paying some people. I was like, oh, now I have arrived. The funniest part is that all this money coming in, I'm not spending a penny for myself. Any profit I make personally, I will still push it back into the system. That no, I'm going to trade for people because I'm dreaming big. I want to buy yacht. Like, I have plenty things I want to buy, and it's not up to a month. Everything crashed down. People I trusted, some people that we partner together, they ran away with people's money. Now I'm back to square one. Now I need to pay people's money back, and I need to continue schooling. I need to continue my study, and because I can't call them at home that, hey mom, I have problem. So I need to go back to God again. That, hey God, you know, God, you know.
Remember that last deal we made, Lord?
Exactly. So, and at that moment, I was also guilty that, no, even if I'm the one someone is giving such privilege, I think I will have fight the person that, you are not serious, you are an ingrate. I do this for you, and you are still paying me back with this. But still, you know, prodigal son, until he started eating pig food, it's not wise. And people started dragging me to the extent that some people need to be coming to my house, and even some people even kidnapped me. And they said, if I did not, even this guy is a raw cultist, and they told me that if I did not pay their people's money back in 30 days, they will kill me. And I told them, bro, if you want to kill me, just kill me now. This is business. You know, you using your last strength to argue with someone that, if you want to kill me now. Do you check my bank statement? You think I spend the money? You think I do this? When you are enjoying your profit, do you come here to come and threaten me? Now business gone bad, you want to kill me? Come and kill me. Come and do this, come and do that. I don't know where the confidence comes from. And before I know, some other set of cultists came in, and they were the one that rescued me from this. Like, cultist group A came to my house to beat me. Cultist group B told them to leave, that I'm part of them. I was like, when, how? Part of you where? And they said, don't worry, if anyone wants to beat you, let us know. And that was when I realized that we have a lot of pastors outside there that we did not know that those people were occultic. Because I spent like few months, like 2-3 months, moving around these people. And that was when I realized that we have a lot of people standing on our altars, and with all our own thinking and belief is that, no, this is a pastor, not knowing that this is a blood drinker. And that one also makes me feel like, is this church I want to be going? Don't worry, everybody na scam. Everybody, all these pastors, there is no real pastor. Even at that moment, I started thinking, is it that? Is my father also among? Maybe I should call him and say, Dad, are you also part? Because I started seeing some pastors, and I would feel like, Jesus, what is this? And at that moment, I still have a lot of debt. Don't forget, I still have debt to pay. And those people started telling me, if you want to enter this thing fully, you will need to do this, do this. They listed the whole process for me. I still carry my money. I give it to them that, okay, this is the money to buy all the materials you will use to bring me in. But any day they want to do celebration of bringing me in, I will run away. So later, I still stopped going to church because I feel like all these pastors also, many of them, they were just lying to their church members. This. And the pressure now increased. Let's say is 30% before. The pressure now increased back to 150% because the cultist group that were standing beside me before that, no, it's part of us. They also turned against me. And now I was left with nothing back then. So one thing I always do back then is that anytime from 8 p.m. Nigerian time, I will start trekking. I will leave my house and I will start trekking. But one thing is that I will come back 5 a.m. I will just be trekking, no destination. I will just be going because of what? Like, I won't be able to, I can't sleep because I don't know if they will come and attack me at home. I don't know. But I know, and also there is no food. And you know, if you did not eat, there is no way you are going to sleep. Sleep will not come. So the scope for me was that back then was that I would trek, one that trek very well, and you know, I not become so tired. I will not come back home, just come and sleep. By force, the sleep will come. Even if it's 1 hour, I will just sleep. And I did that for like 3 months. But there is one day that consciousness will come that instead of you just trekking, why are you not asking God for mercy? So instead of me just trekking, I turn it to just, prayer walk. So I will just be going, just be saying, God, please have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. Please, I will not do it again. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. So that's how we trek from 9 p.m. to like 5 a.m. 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And during that, I received a letter from my school that I should stop coming to school. I've been suspended until I settled the problem I have outside before I was like, this is not school matter. Why? So that moment I felt like it's now over. But I continue my prayer. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know if it's prayer, but I just continue. And to just cut this long story short, till now I don't know how to explain it. But don't forget that I'm owing close to $200,000 and God paid it all. I can't explain. Like, if you tell me now to come and start explaining, I can't explain it. The debt was sorted. I resumed back to school.
The 200K was settled? That's what you say?
You say what?
You said the debt was settled? The 200K?
Exactly, sir.
And you don't know how?
I don't know how. Because if I'm to be explaining to you, this is how the money came in, I'm just lying to you. But the one I could remember vividly is that one of them told me, bro, forget about the money. Why some that said, be paying me the money little, they said, okay, I'm not collecting my money in bulk, just be paying me anytime you have the money. But I can tell you that how we pay all the money, I can't explain. I just know that those that request, it's only one person that said, you see the money, forget about it. We paid the remaining people, and how we paid the money, I can't explain to you. I personally cannot explain. I just know that truly we paid them. it happens like that. And one day, I just feel like there is something burning inside me. There is something, but I can't really explain. So I now remember back then that my dad you do listen to some songs. I started searching it online. So I now remember there is a pastor in Nigeria. Let me go and search his name on Google. I collected someone's phone and I said, I think it's high time I reach out to a pastor to tell me the problem of my life. I started searching for the man's name, and the name of the pastor is Apostle Johnson Suleiman. And I'm searching for him because he's the only pastor back there in Nigeria that I know that always speak in tongues. So I'm searching for his name because of tongues. Because I be like, what I want to express to God, there is no language I can use to explain to God except tongues. I started searching for his name. I was unable to find, because I don't really know his full name, but I know the pastor. And there is no one to call that, hello, do you remember this pastor? So, me searching for Suleiman, that was when I came across Apostle Joshua Selman. So Apostle Joshua Selman came up. I clicked on it and I downloaded some of his messages. And one of the messages back then was that you may be going through a lot, but God knows how to settle it. Believe. He started talking. I said, oh, this man, I'm the one you are talking to. I put it on repeat. I slept up. I wake up. I started listening to it. So I downloaded some sound also. That's why I started praying myself again. If I can tell you that was when I started speaking in tongues. And the funniest part was that Apostle Joshua, Apostle Suleiman, that I was looking for back then, the person that used to play his messages, I used to fight with the person that, why will you be playing someone that you did not understand the language? This is rubbish, nonsense. Stop playing it. But when I got into trouble. I was not looking for that person. I feel like, I think there is something special about these tongues. That was when I started looking for the messages and I started listening to it. And that was when God started telling me, I don't know. There is one time like that, when I started listening to it, I started praying, continue my prayer work. And that was when there is a day like that. I just realized that it's been 3 days I did not eat. But the only thing is, I started praying. So one of the problem, let me now tell you something. The shocking part of this story was that there is one time like that, during that scenario of debt, everything, that I entered into this trouble. I started looking for someone that can do juju, voodoo for me. All these witches, all these herbalists. I started looking for them and I traveled down to a city because I know that in that city, that is where I can easily find them so that they will do anything they want to do for me. I will make money and I will settle all the problem and I will move on with my life. Jesus. I went to the first person. The person told me I should go. My problem is not what you can solve, that I did not have problem. I look at the person right there and I feel like, if not that you have juju, I will have slapped you. That I came all the way from this far away, like far away place to come and meet you. You tell me I did not have problem. I did not have problem. I came here. I waited for more than 7 hours waiting for you. And you are telling me I did not have problem. He said that. So there are some churches also in Nigeria. We call them 3-in-1 churches. Ezekiel will know about those churches, which means if you go to the church, if it's juju you want to do, voodoo, you will see it there. Witchcraft, you want to collect witchcraft, you will see it there. If it's Muslim, something you want to do, those ones believe that everything is the same thing. I went there also. I slept for like 2 hours. Later, the pastor just come and wake me up that they did not have anything they can offer me, that
I should be going. They want to lock their church. I said, no, I'm here to see you. I'm here to see you. I have problem. I want to. He said, no, that I should leave. I now went to another place again. Like, I went to different places in that city because I spent like 2 to 3 days in that particular city looking for people that will do the juju for me so that I will just settle my problem and go. And that was when I now went to one woman. She's also all this juju something. Those ones, they wear white. And the woman said she did not have anything to give me. I should go back to God. I said, I hissed at that woman and I just left. That this one did not know anything. If you really know the work, you will give me what I want. That you did not know the work. One told me to go and find. So I now met another woman. The woman said I should go and bring some certain amount of money. I look at that woman and I said, do you think if I have the money, I will come and meet you? So you will help me or you are not going to help me? The woman said, that's the only help you can offer me. Now, I'm now left with one option. And the option is either I go back home or I find solution to my problem. That's when I went and just trucking down a road. I remember that back then when I used to play guitar, we do come to one church here to play guitar for them. Let me go to that church. Getting to that church, there is no one in the church. I need to climb and they have roofed the church, but there is no ceiling in the church yet, like either ceiling or POP. There is nothing like. So I need to climb the fence of the church. Now follow the ceiling, enter. I now stay inside the church. So I started praying inside the church. God, now I'm back.
So you basically broke into the church, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, just want to clarify.
That's what I did. Because the church was locked and the church was even inside bush. Like inside the bush. So
it's inside a bush.
Inside a bush. So
like in the woods or something?
You say what?
Like in the woods or something?
A very thick bush. Very, very thick. The only sound you will be hearing is all those animals and birds. You can't hear human voice. Only on Sunday is when you will hear human voice. So I just need to stay inside the church and I just lie down and I started pleading with God. God, help me. Just help me. And I spent some days inside the church and I don't know, I just felt peace and I started going on that. After like 7 days of not eating, and I think I need to start going on before I die here. No, it's not up to 7 days because I go to the church on Sunday, like around 6 p.m. on Sunday. So I left around Wednesday evening. I think Wednesday or Thursday. That was when I left the church. And that was the first time someone dashed me money. Leaving the church, the person just saw me. The person said, oh, bro, long time, blah, blah, blah. How do you look like this? I said, oh, sorry, I'm not feeling fine. The person said, no, go and take care of yourself. The money back then converted because the person gave me CFA. That's France CFA. That is France CFA. So that's their currency. The person gave me France CFA, and which is 10,000 CFA. And the money converted to dollars back then, that is about, let's say somebody just dashed me $100. Like, just dashed me. I didn't work for you. I didn't do anything. I was so happy. No, I ate something good that day because I myself took Gary with milk that day. So I just ate some of that and I was like, wow.
They
After
don't know
familiar,
what Gary is.
no, they didn't know what Gary means.
Oh my god. Gary is our lifesaver right here, man. It's called cassava flakes. Dried cassava flakes.
What is it like?
Let me say it's a poverty food.
Poverty food. It's like rice.
No.
I mean,
If
it's
you
like
have right, you are not going. You won't go for Gary.
it's like tiny grains. They are very tiny than rice. So you just like pour water inside. Then probably sugar or like granite or a nut. So you drink it like that. But most times you don't use sugar because it's for broke people. So you just take it like that.
It was when the person dashed me money. I use sugar. So Ezekiel, today, if you see me that I said I don't drink Gary, it's because of the bad time. So I just feel like, no, Gary, me and you, no. So that was
So,
why.
so you get this. You get the $100 or equivalent of $100. And,
No. Out of the $100, so I just took out of it to just buy Gary because I don't want to spend the money lavishly. I don't know where I'm going to see another one next time.
Right.
That one is just miracle. A miracle don't come every day. So I just
So
need
you
to-
take the rest of the $100 and you go. Tell me you didn't go back to Bitcoin or any kind of cryptocurrency.
Oh, never. So that was how everything just. And later I had a dream. Everything started like that, and that was how my journey with God just began. And coming back to Nigeria, I met with some people also. We started talking and we started doing it, and that was how everything just changed. And one thing I just want to bring out is that if people doing voodoo, witchcraft, I think they should be happy seeing me that I want to do something with them. But someone made a statement among them. He said, go back, go and pray. Because I could remember that was one of the statements that led me back to the church. Because he said, go and pray, you do not have any problem.
Let me ask you
So-
this: so you had already had some encounters with God. Clearly, you were raised Christian, and then you kind of, to summarize the story, you made a deal with God. Hey, you feed me, I'll serve you. And then,
Exactly.
and that happened, and then you fell off, and then
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused about how you end up back in, I think what you called it was a 3-in-1 church, or it's like a buffet of voodoo and witchcraft and Islam and whatever you want. You show up. Like, how is that
Okay.
your option versus like God had been there for you in the past when you sought Him out. So why did you go this other route to this 3-in-1 situation?
What happened was that, don't forget that I said I've met with some cultist people back then, right? And when my encounter with some pastors being involved in it also, I was like,
So some of the Christian pastors were also involved with the cult.
Exactly. So I felt like, no, these people also, I can't trust them. So
You
instead of
didn't
me
trust
going
anybody at this point.
there at that moment, so I just felt like instead of me still going to them, let me just go straight to their own source also, and just go and collect mine and come back. And also the second reason was that, I felt like I've been demanding too much from God. Let me just leave Him, let Him rest, because I've been failing Him. I will come to Him today. God, please help me. I will run away, enter trouble, still come back again, run away, enter trouble, come back again, run away. But I just see that God Himself personally was the one orchestrating all this
occasion, because if he was not the one orchestrating it, how will a witchcraft person told me to go back and go and pray? I did not have problem.
So at this
Because-
time, when all this is happening, are you clear in your head that God is Yahweh God, or are you like confused about who God is?
At that moment, I just felt like, God, be on your own. Let me also be on my own. That was my own decision back then, because I felt like, God, just be on your own. Let me do this one first. Let me just do it first. And I was so desperate back then, to the extent that I felt like, even if anyone will just do any witchcraft for me, even if it's for me to just spend 30 years and just die and go, it's good. Because I feel like the pressure and the problem is too much for me. It's too much for my age back then. So I was like, because my 20 years old birthday, I was celebrating it in problem back then. I can't even remember that it was my birthday. I think, I don't know. If I still check some of my folder, I can still see some pictures of those periods, because I remember I still have some pictures that I'm keeping for memories. So that was when I realized. But let me see. You see,
So it was the pressure, and it was a ton of pressure on you, and some life-threatening situations that really had you really kind of messed up in your own head.
Exactly. I'm just looking for a way to find solution to that problem. I'm looking for every means. And also, I remember vividly that I went to a pastor. What the pastor told me was that, let's pray. We'll continue praying. So I feel like praying, instead of you to just tell me your problem will be solved and go. You are telling me we should be praying. So I'm looking for a fast track.
You want that immediate resolution.
Immediate result. That's what I'm looking for. And I know that it was all these people that always do it for people. They will just come. You will see a young boy that will just go with them. Within 7 days, the young boy will start using some big cars. And I feel like, come and do it for me. Or let me just do it. And let's move on from there. But do you know that it was during that period also, people were trying to introduce me to fraud, and I'm still saying no.
So the people that we were suspecting that y'all might have been, y'all was running in them circles. You just didn't engage in it.
I didn't. That was the reason why I'm saying I don't know how God did it. Because I will still be the one telling them, if you really want to do it this way. You will need to build this. You will need to build a website like this. But I personally, to do it, I will tell them, no, I can't do it. To the extent that most of them giving me food back then need to tell me, you are not serious with your life. Go. Stop moving with us. Because I don't know the reason why. Till now, what I can just say is that is God preserving me back then. And right now I now know the reason why God did not allow me to get involved in those things. Because right now, I see many of them. I go outside, I see many of them, and I always stand out and beat my chest and let them know that I've never collected anything that does not belong to me before. I never collect. You can't check my money and see someone. At least now, if you did not know about anything, you guys know about how the solar came in. I think that one alone is the testimony on its own.
Amen.
So that's how lives are. So since then, I've promised myself and I've vouched to God that I think you are the only one I will just serve, because I realized that since the day I've started moving closer with Him, there are many things that I used to struggle to get back then. And right now, I'm not struggling to get them. And I can, here in this our city currently now, you can see if you park 100 young boys, you will see 99%, 99.9 doing fraud.
Yes.
Man.
99.9 doing fraud.
I mean, today, like when I was coming to your place, when I was coming to David's place today, I was on the bike. Then, I mean, there were police officers that were like at the road. So I think they were trying to catch those boys because I mean, the government would try to arrest those guys. So they stopped my bike. Then, like the bike I carried, like I carried someone. How like, I mean, how like explain now? Like a bike man, there's something we call a bike man here. They just like a taxi, like over there. Like these ones, they use motorcycle instead of a car. So I was on the bike. Then the police stopped me. Then it was like, he saw my bag, he saw my face. he knew that this one is like not one of them. But he asked what was in my bag, and I said my laptop is in my bag. And then I was like, fine, I should go. So I mean, it was there was a scripture that anytime, because it is easy for them to think otherwise. Sometimes the police can just randomly stop someone that doesn't do fraud, and they would, delay him, tell him to drop all his phones so that they would check it and all those things. But there was a scripture that the Lord gave me every time I always put it in my heart. And I think I was in the book of Galatians, I think the last verse. He said, do not disturb me, for I bear on my body the marks of Christ. So every time I travel along some path and I see those guys, the thing that comes to my heart is that on my body is the marks of Christ. They cannot pick me for another person. They cannot misrepresent me. So I mean, it's just a lot, and I really bear witness to everything that my brother is saying.
And I just can't imagine how much more difficult it would make what you guys are doing. So running a legitimate business and trying to engage with clients and customers, when what you just said, 99.9% of young people out there are scamming. So it makes it, I mean, I'm sure it's difficult to convince those you're reaching out to, such as ourselves, like we're not part of the 99.9. We're the anomaly that's actually trying to do things the right way. Which, when we first set up the phone call, like, okay, let's have a Zoom or Teams call and see if we're dealing with real people first and foremost, and see what they're about. That was, I had no idea that the stat was that high, but to Marcus's point earlier, we've all been approached with some of those too amazing to be real type scams, like, oh, you just won the Publishers Clearinghouse, $50 million. All you got to do is send us your social security number and your address, and we'll get the check in the mail.
I was about this close from deleting the message. Whenever you first when you first reach out from us, I was like, nah, man, this ain't legit. I was this close from deleting it. And I think my mama got some years ago by that. She was in her twilight of her life, so she wasn't all hip to some of these scams. I think they ain't got her before once. So yeah, man, to have the 0.1% amongst the others, man. But that's really how it is whenever you stand for Christ. You may be in the minority, but you still got to stand strong. And how God has supplied, the Bible says He'll supply all your needs according to His riches and glory. Man, that just speaks to His word, that when you needed the most, and funny how you still ran to other sources to try to correct your problems, but you already experienced God providing for you, and you still try to do it ourselves, like, nah, let me try something else. He's already shown Himself for you, and kind of went the long way around just to get to your destination. but I think you probably learned a whole lot more going through those situations in life that had you sleeping in the church and going for days straight without eating. Man, it's here, just speaking with both of you all and other conversations we have, being a Christian over there means different. It's completely different from being a Christian over here. Just from the people that you're around, y'all telling us about those folks who's witches and whatnot. What was you saying about cats? Whenever you see a cat walking on the street or a dog or something that is somebody else's.
Yeah, that's, I mean, in Nigeria it's really that common that we have, which oh my god, it's about 1 a.m. here, and I don't want to shout it because like like I mean, it's something that it's hard to believe, but I mean, I got to believe it because I understand. I mean, the moment I got into the kingdom, I began to understand that life is more spiritual than physical. So there are certain things that we think that we how will I say it now? That we think are real because of our own scope of knowledge. So sometimes when we tell other people, I mean, the time we were telling you, I'm very sure you guys were surprised. I mean, that human beings would turn to cats, and spirits would possess animals, dogs, owls, birds, pigeon birds, and all those things. Human spirit will possess them, then they'll use them to torment. So I'm saying that yes, it's really like that here. And I think I have an experience close to David too, concerning these fraud guys. I mean, before I got saved, that was like when I changed my hostel. So I'm this type of person that I'm quite likable. I mean, I really know how to relate with people that much, and make people smile at that time. So there were these fraud guys that were living exactly beside my room. So I was able to relate with them, and they tend to they liked me so much. They started buying food for me, and stuff like that. Then it got to a point I stay over at their place for like days and days. I would charge my phone in their place. I would do a lot of things in their place. Then it got to a point all my friends were already doing it. So I was like, okay, let me try this thing out, right? I told them, okay, help me open an account. Then that time, and the funny thing is, I didn't even know Jesus. I was, it was natural for me to be rebellious and all those things. But the moment the guy just helped me to open an account, he put a pretty woman's picture on it. And how they do the pretty woman's picture, like an half naked woman on it. And he gave me the phone. Then he mentioned the statement. He said, now he has done the physical part for me, that I will have to go and do the spiritual part. That means I would get some charms to use so that I would scam people easily. Then I just went to my room. I was not a Christian at that time, but I was like, it's not reasonable for me to just steal other people's money, make people cry. It felt weird for me. Maybe because I was more moral. I came from a family where my mom really, gave me the mindset of not liking those type of things. So immediately I got to my room, I sat down and I was like, this is not normal. I mean, I can't just make people cry. I can't make people feel, we hear of people that get scammed and they kill themselves and they commit suicide and all those things. So I'm like, it will not be, how will I even spend the money knowing that someone else is in pain? So immediately I just got my phone. I deleted all the accounts. I deleted everything he did on my phone. And I was like, oh God. And at that time I knew that. That's why I am saying my salvation story has started long ago, because God has been step by step putting some things in my way, making me do some things, realize some things, stop working with some people. I mean, it's just we just bless God. We bless God.
So you said not only did you set up the fake account, they had y'all get charms to, I guess, help you out with scamming folks. So they're doing not just the illegal stuff, but they are tapping into the spirit realm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they do that a lot. That's why, you see some old people do some things and you want to like talk at them that, why did you they will call the people and they'll be like, send me your bank details, and those people will send it. Then people will try to say that, why did you do it? You're not meant to do it. But I'm saying most times it's somehow spiritual. If you are not really a Christian, you will not be able to resist it. That's why the kingdom life is like a safe place to be, very safe place to be, because people are really desperate.
Well, we got to have that spirit of discernment. It goes far beyond what we know and what we think of. We think it's all just, all natural and in the natural realm, and just a simple scam, man. They trying to work roots on you to get your money.
Yeah, I mean, it almost sounds like it's taken over to some extent, and on a certain level become its own form of a religion over there. Is some charms and some scamming, and it's unfortunate to hear, really. It's just a blessing, and nothing but the grace of God that I think has got us sunk up with you guys, and it's just amazing that out of all the possibilities and who could have hit us up over the internet, that we got connected with y'all and y'all got connected with us. And so I'm excited for what we're going to continue to do with the podcast ministry, and just, glad to have you gents on a team for sure. It's been a blessing for us, and hopefully it's been a blessing for y'all to this point as well.
Yes, it's been a real blessing.
Amen. Well, I don't want to keep you guys. I mean, it's what, 2:00 over there now?
Yeah.
Man, that is what, and y'all got stuff to do in the morning. So, man, we just enjoyed finally being able to put faces with the names and let people know who's been helping us and shouldering some of the burden for us in this getting the gospel out to the world, really. I mean, if it reached Nigeria, who knows where else it's going to reach. And man, we're in this together, and we thank God for you all and what all you've brought to us, and where this ministry is going to go with you guys on board. Wherever we go, we taking y'all with us.
Yeah. Praise God.
We'll get y'all over here and give y'all some American food. I know y'all talk about me going to Nigeria. Man, y'all come over here where we eat as a sport. We on every 4th of July, we have hot dog eating contests. See who can eat the most. Doesn't that sound like a great place to be, to see who can eat the most? This is a fat country, but we having fun.
You need to come here first. I'm promising you pounded yam and egusi soup. You need to come.
Give me that soup. Them wraps in that soup y'all was talking about. You
need to come and collect that first.
I'll get that first, and then y'all come over here and we'll give y'all some, I don't know, something just fattening. But man, we just want to thank God for y'all joining us today. And before we get out of here, first off, we want to invite anybody who's watching who does not know Christ. We want to invite you all into the body of Christ to know him as Savior in the beauty of holiness and for the remission of your sin. Man, tried everything else, try Jesus. Got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, ask David. He's tried it all, sounds like it, and he's back on Team Jesus. So thank the Lord for that. I'm sure this will not be the last time that we got Big Zeke and David Solomon on the show. There's plenty to talk about, and as you can tell, just from this short episode, we all can talk. So there are some things that these men are facing in Nigeria that we didn't even touch on.
Yeah,
that is definitely worth conversation, and its own show or series, and it's all by itself. So we will be circling back, but yeah, definitely glad to introduce our audience to the other half of our team, and just appreciate y'all taking time out of your sleep to join us this evening. So I guess with that, we'll end it like we always do.
study, show thyself approved unto God. A workman that doeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. 2 Timothy, 2nd chapter, 15th verse. God bless you.
God bless you.
And he introduced me to the king. Couldn't see the truth, I was blind from the jump. Thought I knew it all, whole time I was lost. Then grace hit different, put my feet on the rock. Now I'm looking at the cross every time I take a loss. Old things past, but I still remember me. Every bad decision in the places I would be. If you would've told me I'd be rapping about the Lord, I would've laughed it off and kept ignoring every warning. Now I know the shepherd and he knows me by my name. I belong to him forever and I never be the same. Started with a new heart, that's where redemption grew. First thing that he touched, all things new. All things new. That's what my king gon' do. Started with my heart, now he making all things new. All things new. That's what my king gon' do. Death don't get the final word, he making all things new. Yeah. Still got rough edges, he ain't finished with me yet. Still putting sin to death every time I show his head. Some days feel easy, some days feel like war, but he's faithful to complete what he started in the Lord. Learning how to trust when I don't understand. Holding to his promises with open hands. Every trial got a purpose, every season got a use. Even in the fire, he's conforming me to truth. I done seen him use the pain, I done seen him use the loss. I done seen him take a failure and point me to the cross. Sanctification ain't a sprint, it's a lifetime in the race. And every single step got me longing for his face. One day all the striving, all the sorrow, all the sin, gonna give way to glory when the king returns again. Till then, I'm standing on the words I know are true. He who started this work will make all things new. All things new. That's what my king gon' do. Started with my heart, now he making all things new. All things new. That's what my king gon' do. Death don't get the final word, he making all things new. Yeah. No more midnight calls telling me somebody's gone. No more standing graveside wondering why they had to leave home. No more cancer in the body, no more fear inside the mind. No more tears on the faces of the ones we leave behind. No more wheelchairs, no more funerals in the rain. No more saying see you later while we trying to hide the pain. Every curse reversed, every broken thing restored. Every knee bowed down before I resurrected Lord. Faith becomes sight when I finally see his face. Hear him say well done as he welcomes me by grace. New heavens, new earth, every promise coming true. Then a voice from heaven says, I am making all things new.